Hey, it's Mr. Random Pop Culture News Freak here once again, aka Mr. Manny Wolverine. As always, you guys are wrestling introduced now towards this channel. All my social media links, such as Twitter, X, and Instagram, all the other good, nice stuff. Links to search box down below to all the social media platforms I have on there. There are links to it as well. And of course, hit the bell notification and hit the like button, all that good stuff. And if you want to, no pressure, not trying to strong arm you and twist your arm about it, but subscribe, and if you feel like it, sub, please. Anyways, I remember, I think it was either 2022 or 2023. I think it was like, once again, I gotta give it up to these VTuber bitches, man. These VTuber women, man, girls. And I know there's some males that are VTubers too, but there's only like 15 or 20% of them are guys. And a lot of the 80-85% are still mainly right now in this day and age right now, like mainly females. And I actually even heard a video like there's a channel I always watch, like, I'm not gonna lie, I binge watched the fuck out of that channel to see what's going on in the whole VTuber thing. I know a lot of them just react to either the dude that's the real big giant YouTuber. I'm not gonna even say his name. I'll just abbreviate it. He's DDOS. Or DDOI. He's got a real calm, soothing, like sort of Bob Ross. He is almost in a way like Gen Z's version of Bob Ross. He talks in a really a calm, soothing, really everything's gonna be okay, sort of very, very nice, very sweet, very sincere, very ASMR, very, very sweet, very adorable, very unoffensive, and very, very, very emasculated, and very, 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 not trying to make fun of LGBTQI people, and very, very soothing and very sensationalized sort of personality he puts on. Because I remember he did like this interview with that dude that used to be on Smash, Anthony Padilla, and he started doing a whole bunch of interviews when the Planet of Scandalous started happening. I don't know if he still does that. I mean, I don't really care because I never gave a shit that much about old school Smash. I mean, granted, they came out way back in 05, 06, 07. That's when I'm still learning my ways through this life. Let's just put it that, in high school times. I remember the first viral video they did. It was funny. I thought it was fucking hilarious as shit. It was like the Pokemon thing where I forgot it was one of the dudes. It wasn't Anthony Padilla. It might have been the other dude. I think his name was Philip or something else. It was, I don't know if it was like Andy or John. I don't know what the other dude's name was, but they showed him do a parody thing of like the Pokemon theme song from the 90s. And he licked this little statue of Jesus. I'm like, what the fuck, bro? It's kind of freaky shit. And who would have thought they'd be like the biggest channel on YouTube in the late 2000s, 2010s? It's pretty wild. Anyways, this dude, I heard about him before a couple times, like 3 or 4 years ago, for a bunch of VTuber chicks. I did a lot of reactions to him. So once again, gotta give the freaking shout out to my girl, Ralia. Very, very super, very, very model-wise. Wow. It's not like a real horror-y, very, perverted, sort of slutty, sort of outfit model she has. I mean, that's nice. It kind of looks like something a lot of Gen Zers like the Genshin Impact, Honkai Star Rail, Zenzo Zero, AFK Journey, the Withering Waves, whatever other gacha game that I don't give a fuck about. She kind of looks like one of those characters as her avatar model. It looks good, I'm not gonna lie. And she has a super pretty, like, Asian accent, though. That's the one thing I like about her a lot. It's super cute as hell. Gorgeous chef's kiss chick, huh? I don't know. Maybe if she ever does a face reveal one day, which I highly doubt a lot of these VTubers are probably never gonna do face reveals. I mean, some of them they actually used to be like what they call like human people, like what you see right here on your screen, like physically, like this, flesh and bone, flesh tubers. I wouldn't even call myself a flesh tuber. I call myself more like a commentary, like sort of rant channel, and a reaction one too, because I like doing a lot of reactions. Then there's other ones where I don't do reactions instead. Actually, give me a sec. Hold on. Give me a quick sec. Yeah, some days I'll just do it on here. And this will be my mic. I'll just do it on the PC right here. And one thing that sucks about that, I can only do it for like 15 minutes because for one, I like pay like $400 or $500 to do it for an hour or two, which I don't want to do, but maybe one day I will. And I can do it way longer because you know I'm a chatterbox. Okay, I guess Gen Z likes to call it yappers. I do like to yap a lot. I'm a professional freaking yapper almost. Anyways, I did a thing. I heard about him a while ago. He's an Australian man, Australian New Zealander, out in the down under. I swear to God, I'm not making fun of anybody that's like Australian. So I remember the first 2 Australian dudes I ever found on YouTube was my boy. It was a really funny ass motherfucker. Even before the Ando Enlisted League, there was this Pokemon TCG dude. Like, man, I remember the first time I heard that dude, like in 2011, 2012, and he was a way younger dude too. I think he was like 16, 17 years old, and I was like 21, actually 20 or 21 when I first heard about him. And now he's more for a younger demographic, but every time he said, whole mac and cheese and meatballs in my pants, far out, mate. Like, bro, that shit would have me cracking up on the goddamn floor laughing, dude. Like, dude, no cap. Like, that shit would have me almost dying every time he said that shit. I'm not because he had the thick Aussie accent. And then later on, like, after I would find a couple other ones out there, like this one was on Pokemon Go community for a while. I don't know if she still does it because I haven't watched her for like 5-6 years. Like Zoe 2.Dots, I know she was out there. And a couple other ones that were out there. A couple of ones I'll even mention, like there's what was it called? The VTuber chick named Emerald Reacts. I know she's from the Australia place. What's the one? Comfy. Another one is a Pokemon shiny hunter. Her name is Buttercup. She's real funny. Not the first 2 original though. It was like this dude named Crystal Fisher. I used to watch him a bunch. I kind of stopped watching him like 6-7 years ago now because not saying I got bored of this stuff, but I don't know, because he did like a lot of mods for like Spyro the Dragon, Crash Bandicoot, and Rayman. I think Jack and Dexter, and I think a lot for Ratchet and Clank. I know he loved that. I think he's probably like 27 or 28 now, or maybe he's 25. I don't know. Because I know he was way younger. The first one was like 17 or 18 when I first heard about him. So he was a younger dude than I was. So I was just barely hitting my early mid-20s back in the early 2000s. In the late 2000s. Oh. Enough of all that stuff. Oh, and the main 2 I watch from over there nowadays is either, trying to remember who they were. Fuck. Huh. Oh yeah, there's 2 other ones, like another like way younger, they're Gen Zers. This girl named Izzy. She's really cool. I know she's like from the New Zealand spot over there. And this other one, she's kind of like a gothic emo, like scenester looking chick. I forgot what her name was, man. The one thing I remember she says at the end of her video is like, you need to love your fucking selves. Damn, I don't remember what. Oh yeah, Drama Queen. Yeah, I've heard about her before once, and I shouldn't know who the heck they are because they're more for like Gen Z and Gen Alpha audiences, not old millennial people like me. But anyways, yeah, enough of that. It's been almost 9 minutes, damn. All right, let's go. I put in 1.25, so it's gonna be a little bit faster this time.
There you go. My hair is too long, and no matter what I do, no one can help me.
Oh my god.
But I don't think hairdressers are the problem. It's scissors, which we've been using since the dawn of time, but they just don't work. So today, I'm going to see if I can turn this laser welder, which can cut through steel, into a hair cutting robot, and hopefully take off my hair and my scalp.
Strengthen your
Oh shit.
Okay, the first thing I need to make is this letter, addressed to your mother. Then once I send that off, I need to figure out how to fix the main issue with using this laser. It kind of hurts your eyes, as I demonstrate with these pool balls, which are actually the closest analog to human eyes.
Wow.
So I need to make something to protect my face, and I think I want to make a full metal face shield.
And I'm not gonna lie, that does kind of hurt your eyes, and I have shades on, even though I have my Lokes on, aka the aviators that the stereotype, Mexican gangbang and norteño sureño guys would wear. I always love that fucking style of glasses shades. Those are always cool. even that shit wouldn't be that dark enough. I mean, I would have to use the old goggle-looking shield, sort of like helmet thing for my eyes not to hurt that bad.
First, to do that, I need to get the laser up and running to cut the metal into the shape I want. So I bought this CNC gantry thing that is meant to be easy to put together. Then once I had done that, I took it apart again. Not because I put all the pieces upside down and it doesn't work, but because it was so much fun to make. Okay, now I need to attach the laser somehow, and I'm thinking I just hold it on the end here. And would you believe that this pipe that I got out of my dead dad's shed perfectly fits the laser? Well, it doesn't. I had to bore out the center on the lathe. And also, it's not even his pipe. His is over there.
Looks great.
Oh, that wasn't even him. Oh, well, that was funny. He's smoking the old 40s, 50s, 60s pipe of Atlantic Americana sort of shit. Oh, this is another thing. If any of you guys, the first time ever heard about this dude, Mr. I Did a Thing. I don't even know his real IRL name, but I don't know. I'd be surprised. And I'm trying to be generic Australian stereotype. It's probably like either Brandy or it's, I don't know, Joel? I don't know. So I'll see you in a quick second. Oh yeah, another thing you gotta know, like, he always has his, like, feet, he's barefoot, like, 24 hours a day. That fool in this videos, he's always got his feet out. He doesn't even wear, like, sandals or anything. He's just out there barefoot. I don't know how he does that shit, bro. It's freaking weird ass mystery. See you in a second, okay? Alright, guys. Alright, we're back.
Welded not my dad's pipe to this square tube, which after I milled down screws into this bracket. Okay, at the moment the laser is operated by this trigger, but obviously I don't want to be pressing the trigger like this. So I'm going to use this clicky trigger thing. This was actually really hard to find. I couldn't get it online, but lucky for me, my dearly departed friend Abu Bakr al-Baghdadi, peace be upon him, gave me this. And then just soldered it onto these metal plates, which should work. Okay, now I'm going to give it a test with this random line that I...
Bro, is he playing that Arabian Arabic, like, Muslim song? After they do Arukaba or something like that. No, dude. Like, I hope any of the Arab people that are Muslim peeps, oh, dude. I hope they end up coming after in the comments. Like, even though this thing, I forgot to say, it wasn't even like 2 weeks old. This was like way older. December last year, man. I wish I would have saw this one was new.
True.
I've always wanted to check this dude out and I want to do a reaction video to it. Because I already know his stuff is, it's really, really comedic. And he's like an inventor of shit too. If any of you guys ever saw that other one where he did like this giant saw blade, it's just going real fucking fast, like Tasmanian Devil. You gotta check that out. That was freaking badass, man. That was fun.
That was only on like 1% power, and it cut like a third of the way through my table.
Oh.
And this is great, besides the crazy amount of smoke it produces. So I need to deal with that first, as it's going to be a lot worse when it's burning hair. Okay, I have this fan, which when I stole it from the marijuana grow house, had ducts strapped to either end. But I never think ahead, and I cut them off, so I have to add them back on. So I got this empty pot plant and cut a hole in the bottom to avoid buying a $20 adapter duct, and then taped it on. And now I have this duct, which works perfectly. Okay, now let's cut out the face shield. I haven't really worked out how to focus the laser, and it kind of seems inconsistent. Sometimes it cuts nice thin lines, and then other times it does this. And the smoke on the lens probably doesn't help, but I also think it's because it has a very strict focus distance. Because when I take out the focusing lens, I can set my walls on fire from like 10 meters away. I can also pop this kid's ball from 20 meters away. And even better, shoot this passenger plane down from 200 meters away.
Oh my god.
So for now, I'm just going to take the lens out. And I've changed my mind.
Oh no, man. No. That had to be a skip from somewhere else, man. Because if he really tried to do that, like, I'm pretty sure the Australian government would have got on his ass for that shit, man.
It's too stressful to use and it hurts my feet. So I just use the trusty grinder.
Ooh. Okay.
And I don't know why I traced around these holes here, but I want to weld some metal over them. And here's a hot tip for you. Don't put your ventilator down on hot steel. Okay, next, I don't really want to lie underneath the laser cutter. I just want to sit normally on a chair and receive a haircut. So I need it tilted vertically. So I destroyed my garage door rail by drilling into it, which didn't even work. So I just attached it to my bench, but forgot that the motors aren't strong enough to move the cutting head when upright. Whoa, it moves. Oh my God.
Jeez.
Yep. So I attached a counterweight to my roof, which actually seems...
I'm telling you, one of these days, he's going to end up hurting himself really bad with his inventions, man. He might end up losing a finger or an arm or a leg, or worse, he might get guillotined, like that. This is the funny thing I like about this guy. He goes balls deep with any shit he does, like, even if it's, like, extremely dangerous. Like, the conventions this man does is just... It's like freaking crazy. It's like something out of a fake like movie video game. Like this other one he did was really cool. He did like a soccer fire weapon arm thing where it can blow like a freaking... I know in Australia they don't call it like soccer over there, they call it football or whatever instead of soccer. I get it. Cultural shit is different. But over here in America we call it the soccer. But like he had like these two little secret like chamber things or explode every time it kicked something in front of the sneakers. That was freaking cool. I liked that. You would have showed this to me when I was like a 90s 2000s kid to this dude, because like the closest thing we kind of have that dude's like I did a thing, and then this other dude, he's kind of like an inventor but he's more edgier. His name's Michael Reeves. Was the dudes in the 90s. If any of you guys grew up in the US or Canada, I don't know if they did this in like Europe, Australia, Middle Eastern countries, or Asian or South America, but we have people like the Beakman's World dude. If any of you guys remember that, if you were an old ass fucking boomer like me, a millennial boomer, or if you knew who Bill Nye the Science Guy was, that's all we had back then. It's the internet. At that time, I was only made for two things: for lawyers to do stuff, plead guilty, not guilty, or to steal music, or to watch not safe for work porn. Yeah, that would have been fun if I would have grew up with this dude. Now Gen Alpha could grow up with him.
Worked really well. Where are you going? Where are you going? I didn't tell her to do that. Okay, I'm getting closer to cutting my hair, but at the moment my hair is too close to my head, and the hairdressers get around this problem by using revolutionary technology called hands, which I have as well. But I don't want to cut them off. So I had the wild idea to build a Van de Graaff, which in English translates to Van de Graaff. And this big ball can produce upwards of 400,000 volts and produces some nice arcs.
That was scary. It looks like something I would have seen back in the day on Hot Topic and like Spencer's or Journeys or something like that. But I didn't know there's a lot of those places probably are around. A few of them are left, because by the time I think 2030 gets on, like a lot of the shit you're only able to get is either on Walmart or Amazon and maybe Target. I don't know. That looks scary, man. I never ever heard of that before.
More importantly, it makes your hair stick up.
Oh, I've seen those. I remember when I used to go to this museum when I was a kid and early teens. I forget what the museum was called, but it was like a sciencey museum. I remember when I went on this trip to Mexico the second time I went with my family, like, it was really, really fucking cool, dude. It was awesome. It was like this sciencey place where they had bowling balls everywhere, and they had like, you know, stuff like you learn about power of nature and electricity and technology. There was this one thing I saw, like, I don't know what it was. I think it was like these eagle things or these toucans. I kind of felt bad for them though, but you know, fortunately it's not like I do. And then it had this other invention that was freaky, like you could like, it was like this metallic iron slime where you could put it backwards and forwards. It kind of looked like this thing, but it was like translucent though. So, alright, let's move on.
Also, anything else with hair on it. So I got a big pipe, some bowls from IKEA, and some nylon bar. And all of this would cost you around $50, and that's if you pay for it. And finally, your mum responded to my letter and sent me some of her used pantyhose.
Oh my god. That's there's no ways. Oh, it's your mom, your man's, and mother's freaking pantyhose there. That's some fucking sussy shit, bro.
Which is the last thing I need for this build. So I cut some holes and chucked in the rollers, then sewed the pantyhose around them, and then attempted to cut a hole in the bottom of the IKEA bowl. So after blinding myself with the laser, I just used the belt sander. Then I just made some copper brushes, which sit just below and above the pantyhose, and then used this drill to spin it. Now, I don't really understand how this works, but it's something like the positive energy comes out of the earth through these copper brushes and then go along the pantyhose and into the ball for some reason. But mine isn't working, and I think it's because your mum's pantyhose is really large and stretched out and is slipping to the edges. So I made a new nylon roller and tried that. And I tried for a couple of days, essentially changing every possible thing about the setup, like the brushes, roller, pantyhose, and even myself. Yeah, it's still not working. But it still didn't work. The biggest spark I got was no bigger than when you rub your feet on the carpet, which leaves me with one last thing to change, the ball on top. So
oh god, he's doing so many mama jokes. Oh, dude. I remember this one old show I used to watch that had that dude from Sony show. I remember his name was Will Mayer or Ramos. Like, he used to do this show. Oh, this is the show we talk jokes about you. This is your mama. I see what he's doing there.
Took this metal ball off the Van de Graaff I already had and tried that.
Oh. Ooh.
And look at that. My homemade Van de Graaff works amazingly. I get massive sparks, and most importantly, it makes hair do this creepy spider-like dance.
Ooh.
And some of you may think that I just cut a slot in a PVC tube and then slipped it around the outside and then placed the store-bought Van de Graaff in a cardboard box because I was embarrassed that I couldn't make one and wanted it to appear like I'm good at making things. But no, I didn't do that. Okay, I'm done. But before I cut my hair, I asked you guys on Twitter and Instagram to send me photos of yourself if you need a haircut. And I picked this guy. Not because he really needs a haircut, but just because I've never seen someone this orange before, and I just really wanted you to stare at his face. Okay, I just put his head into the software and then drew where I want the laser to cut, and then gave it a test run. But before I set his head on fire, let me tell you about the sponsor of today's video, Odoo. Cutting your hair with a laser is complicated, and it would have been much easier if I used Odoo, an all-in-one management software.
Alright, so I know they're supposed to be getting on the content creation and money, monetization stuff. I don't get no money for none of this shit, so unfortunately, sorry. I had to cut this out. Sorry. Actually, no, I'm fast forward like I usually do. Alright, here it is. I think this is it here.
Okay.
Oh, you already burnt it? No.
There's no hair up there.
Let's try to do the laser beam. Let's see if it works.
Oh my god.
Oh, shit. Is it working? Or is it killing the person? And the person Ooh.
Okay, a lot went wrong here. Mostly I just burnt his face off and destroyed my ventilation fan.
Oh,
That's why it stopped working. But even worse than that, the gases produced by the laser on the plastic hair smell really bad. So bad that I wouldn't be surprised if the gases were responsible for the deaths of 80% of people killed by chemical warfare in World War II, which it turns out they were. And I accidentally made chlorine gas and other deadly gases. So that's the last time I use any of your hair, which means I'm up. And while setting up the Van de Graaff and face shield, I realized another problem. I'm going to be positively charged, and I have the metal face shield in front of me, which means I'm probably going to have arcs shooting out of my nose and shocking me while I have the laser passing centimeters away from my face. So before I cut my hair, I'm going to try it first with real hair extensions to see if...
How did he do that, dude? Oh. You put your lips on top of that freaking shield thing? I'm surprised he didn't burn half his face off after that. Jesus Christ, bro. This man, I'm telling you, man, I'm surprised he's still living. Like, how he almost got hurt real bad by that laser thing. I'm surprised he cut half his finger off after that. He likes to do the fuck around, find out shit. I don't mean it in a political way. I'm just talking about, like, the nature shit. Like I used to say, I forget the name of it. The dude that wore that shirt a little over, like, something selection, nature selection. I don't know what it's called. I swear one day he's gonna get hurt real bad, but it's funny when he gets hurt. I know it sounds fucked up, but it looks hilarious. He puts on a good show.
Van de Graaff will make it stand up. And that works really well, and the laser is cutting the hair. But really weird stuff is happening as well. Bits of hair were flying across the room and sticking to me, flying in my mouth, and then sticking to the backstop, which is kind of annoying.
Oh my.
But that means I can't stop delaying it. I need to get in front of it. And luckily I've got safety coordinator Alexa here to help me out.
Oh, what the? It is like flaming explosion right on this.
Is he talking about the Alexa Amazon thing or whatever? Or is he talking about an actual I wonder that's got to be his girlfriend, fiance, or wife or something. Oh, unless it's a real human girl. As her friend, or girlfriend, wife, fiance, Alexa.
I feel like God. Usually takes like 30 seconds. Tell me if you see anything moving. This is like you're enjoying your mullet. That might make it go up. You need it?
What the fuck are you doing?
Yeah, I don't know if it's gonna work. I mean, oh, that was cool.
That's fucking annoying.
So the Van de Graaff doesn't get my hair sticking up, probably because I'm surrounded by metal objects which are sucking the positive charge out of my head. So I'm just going to stick my hair in the vacuum duct. So just click play, and then, do you see a red dot behind me?
Yeah, yeah.
Just tell me where that red dot goes. I'm going to close my eyes. Okay.
Oh, you can't feel it. It's straight with your foot. You called me downstairs to help you build this thing. I'm like, oh, don't worry, be dangerous. Like, no. I've set up this whole mechanism.
Does that mean my head is above the face shape? Do a test run with this.
Okay, just no laser.
No laser, don't have your finger on the bottom, just click play and tell me if it hits the hair and not my head.
Like, look, it's not the furthest point possible for your head.
How far away from my head is it? It's centimeters.
I'd say maybe about this far.
Oh. Okay, so now what you need to do is click stop and click home, and then you need to click enable on the front of the laser machine. Enable. Which is nuts. You don't like that one?
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah, come back.
I wonder if he's actually gonna do the real laser. It's like he saw what that thing did to like the mannequin statue face. It burned the whole front scalp of it and just had the face completely gone. It's like, hey, he's really gonna risk his life to get views like that? He is fucking insane, dude. For real. But I'm gonna give him props. It's a very dumb, stupid decision he's doing, but at the same time, he's extremely bold as fuck for doing this, man. Hopefully he didn't got unalive by that laser.
Okay. I have to tell you that every time it stops on home, it stops on a slightly different spot to where the laser shot
Don't
last.
tell me that. And then Alexa, if my hair catches on fire, tell me, let go of the button and I'll put it out.
Okay.
Okay.
Okay. I'll do one pass, and then I'll say I'm ready.
Yep.
Okay, you ready?
Yep.
Oh!
Bounce.
Oh!
Is it working?
Yeah. Bounce.
Is my hair on fire?
It was, but now it's not.
Oh no, I'm just gonna get more cold.
No, you're fine, I'll tell you. It was only on fire for a little bit. Okay. Your head's on fire. It was alright.
The actual, I can feel the heat. No, it's hot.
Wait, I think it's fine.
It's hot. It stinks. It's hot.
Does that hurt?
No.
You're like frying a duck.
Wait, what?
You got a hole.
I got a hole.
I really went for it.
It stinks worse than the wig.
But I got a hole.
You got a hole.
No!
Wait.
Wait, is it bad?
I think we just comb it over. If you just,
It
it's like
does
a
actually
chunk.
hurt a little bit.
Wait, what?
It hurt the top of my head. Yeah, it hurts. I mean, at least it wasn't the laser that hit me.
Exactly. It's science. It works. It cuts your actual hair.
God, he
You got it.
really did that.
Look at that. It's a straight cut. You just gotta.
Look at that up there. And there we go. My laser machine works flawlessly. And if any of you want a haircut, just come over to my house. You'll have to ask your mum for my address, though.
Oh my god. My mom jokes I got. Oh wow, it's almost a half hour. But anyways. Oh, I remember this one here. And the thoughts you spent speculations of it. I said, dude, I know, like, when I was living with my mom and Jad at the time, like, his name's Chavato or Chavito, or Chavo, or something like that. The only thing I remember is the thing, even though it was before my time, it was like the 60s, 70s, maybe the early 80s and all that thing. I think people weren't, if you were like white, black, Asian, or Arab people, and if you didn't grow up as a Spanish Latino, you probably don't know who this is, but like, I only remember like the theme song. It went, you know, I don't know Spanish 100% like that, but I remember like that was a real big thing. Hispanic Latino culture in the 60s, 70s, and in the early 80s too. But it was like before my time. I did watch it a little bit. My mom like introduced me to it at the time. I was like, I didn't really know what was going on because I didn't know Spanish at all. I mainly knew a lot of English at the time. But anyways, yeah, that's cool to see out there. Yeah, viewpoint speculations now. This man, I did a thing, man. Like, he had balls of steel. He had guts and freaking bravery to actually do this freaking invention. To, like, go above and beyond just getting a freaking laser haircut, like, teet. Oh, yeah, and just like I said in the first video, just finished getting my haircut like 3 days ago, finally. You know, fortunately, it's like Aspen gold. And not calling the full out, but man, this fucking hairline's not doing that good like it used to when I was in my teens and 20s, but it's the price of getting old. It doesn't matter though, but dude, like, I don't know how he gets all the money and like it's gotta be from Patreon and Ko-fi and live streams he's probably doing to like raise a lot of money to do all these big giant projects and these videos, like and they had a little bit of like funny ass little like snarky remarks of like, oh, I got your mom's in my bed, your mom's giving me a used panties, like oh man, like he is a funny ass fucking guy. If like the invention, I don't know how long he's gonna do this for on YouTube or wherever else he's doing it out anywhere else on the other social media platforms he's doing it on. Unless he's got like a TikTok, and it's like nice, he got Twitter and Instagram too. So like he's doing it on there. I don't know. But this is a funny ass freaking dude. Like I did a thing, man. You know, he should call himself. He's like, I create inventions. He should call himself that. I create inventions, or I create innovations of the future. He's not just doing a thing. He's making shit that maybe one day the Australian, New Zealand government, they'll probably use in 50, 100, 200 years from now, way after I'm dead. Who knows? But yeah, shout out to him. Shout out to the girl again, Raylia, the VTuber I heard this from last week, for doing a reaction to it. I didn't watch it yet, but it's that girl, super pretty Asian Canadian VTuber chick. I remember to leave her link in the description box below. I'll tell you guys to go check her out if you want. Very super cute ass fucking girl. If the bitch was single and I was living in Canada, 100%, I would date that chick immediately. I'm just saying. A super, super hot ass accent too, and I love it. Those cute ass fucking VTuber chicks got freaking accents. It is a turn on beyond anything. I know it's a little TMI, but just how I see it. I got 2 little bits of internet news. One of them I think I'm going to save for a separate video commentary, and I'll get back to you guys in a quick minute. Okay, so I think I heard about this news 2 weeks ago. Shout out to my dudes like Spawnwave, RGT85, Play Wrestlings, I think Dreamcast dude, Dreamcast guy. They're the ones I heard told me about it, but then I heard a couple of days earlier, which actually no, I heard about 2 days ago by the time you guys are watching, it's like 3 days old. Tony Hawk 4 career mode is being replaced with time-based challenges. And I heard it ended up getting like canceled or something, that they don't want to do the game anymore, which you gotta be kidding me, dude. If any of you guys don't know, like I played almost every single Tony Hawk game except for the remaster for 2012. That one I never got a chance to play because I was going through like a lot of hard ass finance times and all that, bro. I ain't gonna get into that because it's a lot of TMI. But that was like a OG. That was like a staple foundation of the Tony Hawk universe. Like I used to love playing all those games. I played the other one too called Skate. That one was okay, but it missed a lot of the things that the Tony Hawk shit had. It had really cool 90s, 2000s music. It had like a really good beat, good vibe, positive vibes. It had like, man, dude, it would change a generation of millennial dudes that were playing big time like games like that shit. They were playing either that or old school CSGO shit, or they were playing Call of Duty for the first time, or Halo. All this other shit from the 90s or the mid 2000s was such a huge thing. And Tony Hawk was one of them. I think Tony Hawk Pro Skater 2 and 3, actually no, Tony Hawk's Underground 2 and 3, that was my all-time favorites. Part 1, 2, and 3 of the Tony Hawk's Underground shit. I mean, not saying Tony Hawk 1, 2, 3, and 4 was still bad, but it was good. But like the way that the freaking Underground 1, 2, and 3 was, and American Wasteland was, like, dude, that was like the pinnacle of success. That shit hits so good. Like how Gen Zer said, like, it's a bop, it's a hit, it's a slap. Hits different. It is peak as hell, dude. And that's something that if any of you guys were like before born in 2005 or 6 to like 2010, 12, you missed out on so many good ass games. Like my dude, shout out to Mugen Lord. You missed the best time of the mid late 80s, early 90s to be a gamer. Even though granted I wasn't born in the mid late 80s, I was born the way edge of the 80s to like the 90s era. Man, so much cooler games are coming out, and there's a revolutionary as the games happening. You know, some older boomer millennial dudes are saying, "Oh, it's gonna be the second crash of gaming industry." But honestly, I'm not gonna lie. If the gamer industry did crash, honestly, it needs to crash, dude. I feel like the whole thing's gotta reset, start all over again, bro. Because the way games are nowadays, once the year 2015 to like 2020 came around, it's like it just came like for a lot of these corporate billion-dollar companies, it just became just a fucking cash grab. That's all it was. And this is why I'm never gonna get into stuff like gotcha games and microtransactions shit, just brain-rotting crap that's like has no benefit. Like how Gen Z says, like, oh, I guess a skill issue, something like that. And so this one, I think I'm definitely doing a massively different separate video on this because I really got a lot of stuff to say about this. And then this one here, oh wow, it's almost 35 minutes now. There's a video for this. I'm gonna let you guys watch it yourself, but this chick, I remember hearing her a long time ago in like high school and community college. Like this girl was way on top of the world. So it says Indie 100, got a credit to Becca Monagans. Amber Rose claims that she attended every P. Diddy party since 2009. I'm going to be honest. So you know what, fuck it, I'll watch it now. Even though it's going to be very, very long, but let's just watch it now. If we can watch it now.
I've been to probably everyone. I've been to every puff party. I've been to every white party since 2009. I've been to every party, and
really,
you just go in the right room, not the wrong room.
I don't think there's rooms, Chad. I'm gonna be honest. Now, look, I'm gonna be very, very transparent on this show. If these freak offs are happening, it's on a completely different day than the actual puff parties.
Okay.
It's not that day because every time I was there, Puff was there the whole time. You know, he got the Ciroc. He's on the DJ booth.
I wonder if that dude all the way in the edge there where it says Frenchie. I don't know if that's a dude that had beef with Eminem back in the day. That light-skinned Moreno black dude, I forgot his name. Benzino? I don't know if it was Benzino or it was the other dude, Drake. Bro, if that was Drake there on the edge, oh man. That's just gonna have a lot of other sheeple normies that used to love him. They're just gonna hate him way, way more than they did before, and just gonna make that dude Kendrick Lamar freaking more right about you. And I'm not saying I don't follow or worship these Hollywood celebrities. A lot of them, I mean, like, they get most of them pretty much sold out their soul to the Luciferian satanic occults. I'm be surprised Kendrick Lamar did it too. Just he's playing a role, and hopefully I don't got no blood crip, actual gang banging Moreno like type of niggas that are gonna be trying to come after me and find out where I live and try to put a barrel to my head. I'm not trying to disrespect them. I know he came about that life. He was about that Bloods and Crips life, like shoot you back because you don't rep my sep type of shit. Like he was a hard ass type of dude. I'm just saying. Don't come after me. I'm just making an opinion.
He's the host of the party. I will say that. Now, I've had this conversation with Ray J. Ray J's one of my best friends.
Oh, this fool.
I said, Ray.
I forgot about that dude, Ray J, man. Every time that dude gets into like the media, like he's always in it in a negative way. I never really gave a shit about that fool. He was such a Fucking idiot fag. Honestly, in my opinion.
Hey, did they ever invite you to a freak off? Because they never invited me.
Mm-hmm.
And I done been at these parties. I just feel like, why I didn't get the invite?
Because they know you don't get down like that.
Maybe they know I don't get down like that. Okay, cool. But you would think maybe an assistant would come up and be like, hey, you like girls? Or like, you know, you into... Never. No one ever asked me that. They never asked Ray J either. And me and Ray J was talking about it. We were like, I done been to the party, the after party, the after party. I never seen none of that stuff. Wow. But that's not to say that it does not happen or invalidate people that... But I do think it's a different day that I'm just not invited to. I don't know.
You think it's a plot because we saw it happen with Russell Simmons. Now we see it happen with P. Diddy. And you think it is a plot or a ploy to take down prominent, high-powered black men?
I don't know. It really depends on the evidence, right? Because they did say that there were drugs in the baby oil. I don't know. That's allegedly.
Is that true? You think that Puff had 1,000 bottles of baby oil?
That's what I'm saying. I don't know because the internet is fake, like we said earlier.
Right.
You just don't know.
Right.
But if that is in fact true, then that is a problem. One thing I do know about Puff is that he's an abuser. You know, he abused Cassie. We all saw the video.
Right.
It is not okay. And but as far as the freak offs, I don't know about that.
Did you have, when I say relationship, I don't mean intimate relationship, but did you have a relationship with Puff Daddy where you cool? Did you talk? Did you know him? Things like that?
I would say that we didn't talk on the phone and we didn't hang out, but I was always invited to the party. Okay. And that's the extent of our friendship.
Okay. Now, is it true that you were at the Halloween party that Puff's sons and Ray J got into it?
I was, yes. I was right there.
What happened?
She better choose her words wisely after that, man, because the internet will dog her ass down badly.
They just pressed Ray J. They were just like, stop talking about dad. And then Ray J said what he said, like something like, I know your dad better than you know your dad, or something like that. And then it just got ugly for a second. Yeah, because I'm cool with Christian and Justin and Quincy, but then I also love Ray J. And he's like my brother. And I'm just like, guys, please, just stop. It's not worth it. Y'all don't want to do this. Like, so it, you know, and I told Ray J, I said, look, that's their dad. What do you expect them to do? Right. Like, of course they're going to stand up for their dad. You know what I mean? Like,
and rightfully so.
Right.
But it's reported that Breezy, Chris Brown, was the peacemaker. Is that true?
Oh, my God.
I think I was the peacemaker.
That was you.
No.
I think, well, from what I remember, I was going to both sides and like, y'all don't need to do this. But maybe Chris came down at some point. Right. It was in the garage. I'm not sure.
Dude, it had to be that full. I remember last year when this dude just started going mainstream big time, man. I didn't know this Moreno black dude, African American, like podcasting, big time influenceful, like the Club Shay Shay dude was. I had no idea who he was. I don't really listen to that many shit ton of black people channels like that. I'm not in the tune with whatever the black YouTube side of YouTube usually is, unless it's maybe like 4 or 5, at most 5.5 or 7. Like maybe black people channels, sometimes like once a week or a month, I might listen a little bit what they gotta say, how their feelings and thoughts and emotions and stuff are. So many people don't live in the United States. I don't know if this is just an American thing or Canadian thing, maybe even, but like, and this is not me trying to throw every black person or black man or black girl under the bus, but a lot of them get very, very super emotionally riled and charged up on certain topics. Fucked. And somebody that, I'm not trying to throw them under the bus again, I swear, because I know there was a few good black people I used to like, not hang out with, but like, I just knew as associates I used to work at, because I never really like deep, big time, like hung out, like got an invite to the whole cookout shit, see how black people's are, because I ain't lying, I'm not trying to be a racist or anything, but like, sometimes African Americans out there, bro, even though we're not on their good side, that's the side you want to keep them on a lot more. You need to stay more on their good side, because you don't want to get on their bad side. Somebody that, I'm not going to say experienced the bad side, but like, most of the bullies I had in elementary and middle school, up to like my freshman year of high school, dude. I don't know what it was. I don't know. It's because I never said anything offensive to them. I never said that nigga word with a hard R, like Nigger, like that. Not once I've ever said that to a black person in their face. Because number one, it will probably break my fucking jaw, and probably kill me. Let's be honest. Or two, they'll do the pow pow type of thing. I can't say it here. This platform. You get what I'm saying. I'm not saying Hispanic and Latinos do the same shit too, because I mean, my ignorant dumbass when I was in upstate New York, living in, I was born and raised in Harlem, New York, so I kind of know who black people and Puerto Ricans were already. I kind of thought that the Mexicans, like, were gonna be super, super intellectual, Caucasian sort of white people or Asian people, like real smart like that. But Lord and behold, they were just as silly and just as very dangerous, just like how black people kind of are, to a certain extent. And let me say it again, so I don't get, oh, you're a bigot and racist, you hate blacks, you hate African Americans, and it's not even like that either. There's times that black people, they were like the chillest, most relaxest motherfuckers to be around with compared to like how some white people are. And I'll even be honest, I'll take it a step further. I've hung out, well, not in real life, but actually yes, in real life. Like when I used to take my breaks and all that, or when I used to go to concerts sometimes, I would go to a lot more black hip hop rap artists place concerts way more than I would with a lot of rock and roll, heavy metal, death metal, white people concerts. I'm not saying every black person is like that. I know a few black people that they were really big into like the Metallica shit, or what's it called, 3 Doors Down, Chemical Romance, and all this other stuff, So yeah, it is what it is. And I'm surprised they brought that dude Chris Brown, but I haven't heard that dude's name in years, since like 2017 or 18. And I remember way back in the day, my older video, Critical Guy Realization Man on mine, I did this super old video about the whole Rihanna and Chris Brown thing. That was, 19-year-old me, bro. And I was so immature with all that stuff. This is when I used to use like a hoodie, and I used to use the flippo camera thing. If any of you guys remember those, the white one used to go like the freaking GoPro shit. It was real bad quality, man. I was just barely 2008 and 9. I was just barely starting off on YouTube. Anyway, so that's it for now. Out here. Peace out, my sorrow. Lazy, my flip side. Take it easy, one out. Stay cautious. Take it easy. Goodbye.